Good morning, Texoma. I'm Ashley Fitzwater. Thanks for joining us. This morning we are taking an inside look into the YMCA right here in Wichita Falls. Their focus is really on children and families and making sure that these kiddos who are going to be our future leaders in our community have everything they need, to have a successful life. Joining me now with the latest is Noelle Filer. She is the Mission Advancement Director. So thanks for being here, Noelle.
Thank you, Ashley.
Absolutely. And also Brandon Brown. He is the CEO of the YMCA. So again, thank you both for being here this morning.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
Really, I just want to jump into the campaign that's going on.
It gives us the chance to get out and not only tell our story to the community about all the programs that we have, but it allows us to get our volunteers out there and raise money to help provide financial assistance to families that can't afford to be a part of our programs because of the inability to pay. I can tell you that's the most proud I am about being a part of the YMCA is the fact that we have never turned a child away for the inability to pay. And I've been there 16 years and I've never seen us say no.
What seems to be, the biggest focus whenever it comes to kids, or the biggest mission I think that you guys have?
Well, I tell you, our mission is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. And we have discovered that, there's a lot of children out there that we want to reach, that we want to make an impact in their lives, but some just don't have the financial resources to be a part of our programs. So we want to leave no stone unturned, to find every avenue that we can so that we can make an impact for good for the kids in Wichita Falls.
And it's amazing, if you just ever hear statistics or you look at different reports to hear, those kids who are invested in and the education they receive, how they come up, and it really ends up helping the entire community. Crime levels are lower and so many other things.
You bet. It's about youth development. The neat thing about the YMCA is we've always adapted to what the community needs are. And so the community is telling the Y what kind of programs that we need to be offering. And right now it's really around early childhood education and after school care and summer learning loss. We want to make sure that we keep the kids engaged in the programs so that when they get back to school in the fall that they're learning, their brain is continued throughout the summer. Youth sports, self-esteem, teamwork, being able to listen to a coach and how to win and lose with dignity and pride. And so there's a lot into it, and yes, the community is going to be better off having our kids involved in youth programs.
And one way, that you're asking the community to help out is through this campaign. And I love how this banquet, and that's held on January 30th, really highlights some of the kids and maybe teenagers who are making a difference in our community. I had the chance to go last year, and it's incredible. I mean, you would be so proud of these kids and really what they're doing in our area.
We are. Actually, our kickoff banquet is January 30th at the Wellington. We would love to invite everyone who would like to be a part of that. Just to call the Downtown Y 322-7816. We would just welcome the community to embrace that and help us to show off some of these wonderful children. And one thing I wanted to mention is last year we underwrote over $830,000 worth of just youth services as a way to help give kids an opportunity to do those things, to be part of child care, to be part of youth sports, to take gymnastics, to do things to help them discover their dreams, to help them build self-confidence, and just to build them up into strong adults.
The way the economy is now, it's touching all walks of life. It used to be at risk, low income. It's not low income anymore. It's everyone's struggles, especially when it comes to early childhood. Good quality early childhood care is expensive. You want to give all children the chance to have a set curriculum and come and be in an environment where things are high quality. I will tell you, since we're talking about the campaign, it would not be possible without the volunteers. This whole campaign is ran by volunteers, and it's just men and women of our community that want to give their time and effort and to go out and spread the word of the YMCA, but help raise those funds. Thank you to them, and because without their help, it just wouldn't be possible.
I think what makes the Y unique in the community is that we do cater to the whole family. A lot of people think of just kids when they think of YMCA, which we love that, but we really do nurture the whole family.
One other thing too is our Christian principles. That's one thing that the YMCA was founded on, was Christian principles. And a couple of years ago when we rebranded ourselves and became as the Y, a lot of people thought we dropped the C out of the YMCA, but we're as strong now and founded on Christian principles as we were back then. And the Y is just a nickname. We're still the Young Men's Christian Association, and that's what we hang our hat on. And that's what really another thing that I'm most proud about is that we put Christian principles into our daily programs, and that's respect, responsibility, caring, and honesty. We just want our kids to learn those values, and if they're doing that in their daily life, then we've done our job.
Again, if you would like to take part in helping this campaign and help the Y continue on with its mission, you can do that through the banquet. And Noelle, I know that number, we can put it at the bottom of the screen. When do they need to give you a call by?
We need to have an RSVP by January 24th.
January 24th.
January 24th, and we would love to have everyone. It's going to be a great evening. Dr. Rafael Perez is going to be our motivational speaker, and so we're just really excited about a super evening.
We need to take a quick break, but we're going to be right back with much more on those programs that they were telling you about, maybe how you can get your kids or even your entire family involved in what they offer all throughout the year, and especially during 2014. So don't go anywhere, Texoma. We'll be right back with much more. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, we're taking an inside look into the Y and, of course, all the different things they have going on for 2014, and that includes a lot of different programs. And, you know, we talked about the different age groups that you service, and it's everyone from babies to, of course, maybe folks that are the wiser ones in our community, I like to say. But, you know, all different age groups. Can you tell us what's going on in January?
Gosh, there's a lot going on in January. Right now we're signing up for spring baseball. And we have a lot of teams that are forming, and we're looking for umpires and for coaches. And we've got a lot of kiddos that are signed up, and that's one program that really does help build those core values that we feel so strongly about. Of course, gymnastics is a year-round program that just never stops. We have over 20 different gymnastics classes, including a special needs gymnastics class, which is something that we felt really great about adding last year because we want to be inclusive to all children in the community. We're both so excited about Miracle League. Miracle League is a program that was started by Junior League here in Wichita Falls, and they did a fantastic job launching that program. In 2013, the YMCA took over the leadership of that program, and we're just anxious to continue the great work that Junior League started. We are looking for people to help us out with that. Each game, each youngster has a buddy that helps them go around the bases. And so we're needing buddies, we're needing organizations to come and cook on game days. Our first game is March the 29th, and we have a 6-week season. And so we're looking for organizations that would come and cook on those days and just celebrate all of the great kids in our community.
And Miracle League, and just in case people are not aware, it is just such a neat field. Can you tell us more about this field?
Yeah, it's a field that is made of a composite material that you know, you don't have to go out there and drag it, and it's not dirt and it's not grass. It's a nice little rubber, multi-purpose. You talk about what programs do, and this is not only a program for kiddos with special needs, and you know, this is a program that brings the community together. When we had gymnastics for special needs children, that was the neatest and the funnest thing, you know, that we could have done.
Sweet little girl named Kirsten. She started the program, the special needs gymnastics program, really unable to speak. And there was something that just blossomed inside her, and she got so excited about being there, she wanted to go all the time. And so she would get her little gymnastics leotard and she'd bring it to her mom, and her first words that she ever said was, "I go nastics, I go nastics." And that has just been a springboard for her to really improve her linguistic skills. So the thing that has just been super exciting for us is to see kids develop in ways that we couldn't even have imagined, that weren't really even part of the original program, but it was a benefit because the child, you know, just grew so much inside. So that's the ultimate goal for us, is to have programs that just really open up worlds for the participants, whether they're kids or adults.
Brandon, is it stories like that that make this all worth it?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, again, I started 16 years ago. I'm actually going on 17 years, but it was in an after-school program with kiddos. I was working from 3 to 6. it got me then, and it stayed with me. And once you get the YMCA in your blood, and it's about serving people. It's about service to the community. And I was put on this earth to serve, and I think everybody was. And you know, once that's in your blood, it's hard to get rid of it. But we're not going to stop here. We're obviously going to keep on going, and we're going to expand those programs much further.
And it just takes it all back to the mission of, you know, empowering these youth and, you know, really just our community. So it's neat to really hear these stories, and especially on a personal level. I know, and that goes back to that banquet, you know, I was telling you about, and the different youth who are honored and the different stories that you hear. It's inspirational. So, you know, I appreciate y'all sharing those stories. And I know there's so many programs, there's possibly no way we can name them all, but you have a wonderful website where people can go find out what you have going on, correct?
Yes, ymcawf.org.
All
We
right.
invite everyone to visit, because it would be impossible for us to list them.
Another big thing that the Y is known for is, of course, their child care. They are the largest provider of child care in Wichita Falls. We're going to take a look at the childhood, the school age programs that they have going on. So stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back with much more. Welcome back to Inside Tech Selma. Once again, we're taking an inside look into the Y and all the things they have going on for 2014. We told you just before the break that they are actually one of the largest providers of child care in Wichita Falls. So I want to jump right into the different things that you offer for people in our community.
When it comes to child care, we have 400 kids a day, and that's from 6 in the morning till usually 8 or 9 at night. We have early childhood, which is education care for kiddos 6 weeks old to 5 years old, and then school age care for 5-year-olds to 12-year-olds. So, and that's before and after school care, and then summer camp care. So we do have a lot of kiddos involved in that. And it's something to me, and I always say this, that we have a big opportunity to make the most change in a child's life there through child care, because you have them for 8 hours a day, and you're working with their curriculum, and there's so much good that we can do through that program. I'm really proud of that.
A lot of times when you hear the word child care, you may just think babysitter. But you were saying there's a different approach that's taken to this as far as, you know, you keep talking about a curriculum. When does that start?
We actually start at 6 weeks old. And even at that young age, we're already planning and teaching and nurturing those children to learn. Because by the time they get to school, we want them to be well prepared. We want them to be, you know, stars in the classroom. And so every day is carefully planned. Our teachers are carefully trained, looking at each individual child and seeing how they can, you know, modify things to reach that child and to teach that child and to help that child to thrive. And so when mom or dad comes to pick them up at the end of the day, you know, they can be proud of what they have done.
We talked a little bit about the campaign, and there's so many children that you help, you know, through this 400 kids. That's a lot of kids. Does this money play a large part in that, and the child care as well?
A big portion of it goes there. You know, I'd mentioned what it costs to have good quality early childhood education. It does, and it boils down to good teachers that you can retain, that you can train. One goal that we've set for our staff over the last few years is really the continuing education. And that goes through all staff, through the YMCA, not just child care, but really in child care, we want to make sure that we take care of our teachers, that we keep them from year to year, and we can get the experienced teachers that really care about the kiddos. It's about what they do during the day, not just with curriculum, but the transitioning from one activity to another. And there's a whole lot that goes into it, and it takes good staff and good teachers.
You know, and Ashley, we've earned several accreditations, which are all on our website, and we're real proud of that because our staff has worked to maintain a really high level and to reach a high level so that we can be a leader in the community. The other thing I wanted to mention is that our after-school program actually reaches 22 elementary schools. Wow. And so we know that, you know, most mamas and daddies have to work.
Sure. And
so we want to provide a safe and, you know, nurturing environment for a child when they get out of school until the parent can come and pick them up and help them with their homework, give them a nutritious snack and an activity. And so that's a program we're really proud of.
Is there a set cost? And then if people would like to apply for maybe help, how do they go about doing that?
We have in-house scholarships where, because of the funding that we receive, we're able to look at the income for the family, how many folks are in the part of the family, and it's a sliding scale. Also, we work with government funding, CCAS. I tell you, the one thing we've really focused in on is at the East Branch YMCA. Just recently, there were some studies done that there wasn't enough good quality child care for low-income families in that area. So we made a stand. We got with one of the foundations here in town, and luckily we received a grant, was able to go in and really put some classrooms together, and we have established a child care over there, and hopefully if folks are watching this now and they're living in the east side, please give us a call. We have rooms available over there. We want kiddos. We have funding available. We just want to make sure that the kiddos are a part of our program where they're receiving the quality education that they deserve. One of the neatest things we've done recently is we're in a couple of schools, probably 4 schools after school. We don't pick them up and take them to one of the Ys. We're actually in the cafeteria there. And so we talk to the principal, we talk to the teachers and say, you know, what subject areas are you all wanting us to help you in, and do you have some staff that we could hire to come in and tutor the kiddos? So it's a partnership. It's got to be a partnership, and so that's one of the neatest things we're doing right now. The Y used to be just a safe place for kiddos after school, and now it's got to be more than a safe place.
Stick with us, everyone. We need another quick break. We'll be right back with much more after this. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, we're taking an inside look into the Y right here in Wichita Falls. We're actually talking during the break, and it's incredible whenever you do the math. 70 years is how long we've been talking about the Y serving this community, and I know this January, you know, it also comes with a lot of neat things and exciting opportunities for people too.
You know, it is. This is a time of year when people really get serious about getting into shape, you know, about you know, getting off that couch and getting active, and the Y is such an awesome place because we offer so many different things. If someone wants to do a fitness class, we have everything from Zumba to yoga to body pump to our active older adult fitness programs. If they want to swim, we have year-round swimming in our indoor and outdoor pools. If they want to walk on our indoor track, they can go and do that, and it's climate controlled, always perfect temperature in the summer and the winter, and no wind. If they want to come and lift weights, we have several weight rooms that are fantastic. If they want to do a cardio, we have tons of cardio equipment, both at our Family Y and our Downtown Y. We just have lots of different things, so there's something really for everyone. And
then, of course, Soapbox Derby, which is so much fun, and that's something we brought back, I guess, probably 5 years ago, and it reminded me of the good work that we've been doing since 1948 here, because a lot of the, I think you call them wiser folks here in town, they came back and they, you know, I heard so many stories of how the Y, especially some of these older men that participated in the Soapbox Derby, they said they remember when, and it really got their mind going. So maybe basketball or baseball didn't get their mind going, but the Soapbox Derby reminded them of how the Y impacted their life, and so it's not always about sports, it's just about programs. So as long as it's programs, it could be piano lessons, art lessons, it could be baseball, basketball, swimming. It's about keeping kids engaged in programs is really what it's about.
Absolutely. And I love how it even goes back to the history of how this all got started too, you know, tying that all together. So if you'd like to sign up, this is a great time to take advantage of that, because I know there's some big discounts, Brandon, that are taking place right now.
That's right. You know, we got half off on the joining fee, and then we have a reduced rate for individual memberships, family memberships, single parent family memberships, couples. So, you know, we try to make it as easy for folks to come in. You know, we don't have contracts or anything. We want you to come, be a part of the Y, and if you decide it's not for you, which we hope it is, you know, but if you do decide it's not for you, we're going to let you go. You know, you're not locked into anything. So you always have the opportunity to come check it out. We want you to be a part of it. I think you'll find once you get involved in it that you go a day or two without that little lift through some exercise, you miss it. What a better time to come be a part of it. 2014 is going to be a good year for the Y.
Well, and you know what, Ashley, so many of our people really just feel like part of our Y family. And we get to know them, you know, it's that we love seeing them, and we love to encourage them, and then they kind of encourage us as well. So we really want to welcome everyone, into our Y family, and just have them come on out. One of the things I wanted to mention is that because we are very family focused, we don't want having to go get a babysitter to deter someone from working out. So we have a program called Child Watch. And what Child Watch does is it allows a parent who has either a family membership or a single parent family membership to come and bring their young one, and we'll watch their young child for up to 2 hours while they work out, and we don't charge a dime more for that service.
Yeah.
That's a big plus. I mean, as a mother myself, I know, that is something you have to think about. Anytime you go somewhere, they come with you.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, we just don't want someone to have to go and hire a babysitter to go and get healthy. So we're really committed to that family, and so we want to provide that for our mamas and dads.
Yeah, well, and another thing, it gets the child used to the YMCA, used to say, hey, mom and dad are working out, it's important to them, and so the earlier that we get these kiddos involved in something, it'll stick with them, it'll stay with them, and it won't sound or look so foreign to them when we ask them to do it later on in life.
That's true. Of course, seeing mom and dad do that. Another thing, I know you said childhood obesity, that is a big thing that you would like to focus on in 2014 and really help tackle, correct?
You bet. We're excited. We have 3 signature programs that we're going to be rolling out in 2014, and it's all about health and wellness. We have to take a stand. We can get on and advertise about, come to the Y and get healthy, but Wichita Falls has to take a stand for our health. Texas is ranked number 36 out of all the states on health. Of those counties in Texas, we're 172 of the 232. So Wichita Falls, we've got to take a stand. We've got to get healthy. We've got to get people involved. We're doing that through a diabetes prevention program that we have. We're going to be launching. We're going to help folks get more educated about that. We're going to provide programs for them, a support system for them. It's going to be a partnership with a lot of different nutritionists and dietitians here in town, some doctors. We're also going to fight childhood obesity. And that's just getting kids active, getting them involved. And the way we're doing that is through our after-school programs and through our youth sports. And also Live Strong. That's a program for folks that have beaten cancer, that are out of remission, that want to get strong again. They want to build those relationships up and get back and be a part of something. So we've got 3 programs that we're excited about that it's really going to help the community out a lot.
It's exciting to hear about all these things, and it may be hard to believe, but, with all these new things, I understand the Y is not done growing. There's even plans for future growth, correct?
That's right. I said 2014 is going to be good, and I think folks are going to be real excited about some of the plans we have coming up. We have grown a lot over the last few years, and there are new initiatives that we want to tackle, and we really want to be at the forefront for Wichita Falls and take a stand on health and wellness and youth sports and early childhood education and after-school care. But in order to do that, you got to have the facilities. You got to have room. You got to have the facilities that are designed around certain programs so people feel welcome and can come in and do that. So I can't say a whole lot right now, but I can tell you Wichita Falls is going to be excited about this. They're going to be real excited, and it's something that it's going to take all of us, but it's something that we'll all be very proud about, and I'm excited for it.
All right, we look forward to hearing much more about that. So, of course, stay tuned. We'll keep you up to date as much more is revealed through the YMCA. Well, we just appreciate both of you being here today and, giving us an inside look. And again, the banquet is coming up. Call them, get your tickets, help encourage and support the youth of our community. I mean, these future leaders, that's who they are. I know it's going to be another exciting year hearing so much more about those who are going to be honored. So we look forward to that as well.
We're committed to our kiddos.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again. And thank you, Texoma, for joining us this morning. We hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, we'll see you back here next Sunday morning for another look inside Texoma.